Alright guys, so the fifth fight taking place, a UFC fight at Overeem vs. Volkov is Michael Johnson versus Clay Guida. Michael Johnson, the 51st best lightweight fighter in the world. Clay Guida, the 38th best lightweight fighter in the world. Michael Johnson has a record of 19 wins and 16 losses. That is absolutely insane. Clay Guida has a record of 35 wins and 20 losses. That is also absolutely insane. Michael Johnson is 34 and a half years old. Clay Guida, much older, at 39 years old. So that is a humongous age advantage for Michael Johnson in the fight. Michael Johnson also has the height and reach advantage in the fight, as he is 5 foot 10 inches tall and has a reach of 73.5 inches. Clay Guida is 5 foot 7 inches tall, 3 inches smaller, and has a reach of 70 inches, 3.5 inches smaller. And guys, the betting odds for the fight are minus 220 for the moderate favorite and Michael Johnson to win the fight. Clay Guida is at plus 165 as a slight underdog to win the fight. And guys, if you look at the tablet predictions out for the fight, out of 955 different votes, 79% of the vote going for Michael Johnson to win the fight, mainly by unanimous decision. Then a lot of people have Michael Johnson winning the fight by first or second round knockout. 21% of the vote going for Clay Guida to win the fight, mainly by decision. Then a lot of people had Clay Guida winning the fight by submission. In my opinion, most likely this fight's gonna go all the way, and one of the two guys is gonna win the fight by unanimous decision. Alright guys, so Michael Johnson, 19 wins and 16 losses. He started his pro career back in 2008, got 2 wins, lost 1, got 2 wins, lost 2, got 1 win, lost 1, got 3 straight wins in a row, and finally in 2010 got a shot on the Ultimate Fighter Season 12 and won a fight against Pablo Garcia by unanimous decision. Got a first round written submission, a decision win over Alex Caceres, got a very close split win over Namfon, got a shot on the Ultimate Fighter 12 finale against Jonathan Burkins, but lost the fight by decision. Got a shot inside the UFC, won the fight by first round knockout, lost 1 fight by first round heel hook submission, came back with a decision win over Shane Roller, and a decision win over Tony Ferguson. And after that win over Tony Ferguson, got a second round knockout win over Danny Castillo, lost his next 2 fights to undefeated Miles Jury by unanimous decision, and then Rezi Medina by third round dark stroke submission, came back with a decision win over Joe Lozon, a second round knockout win over Gleison Tibau, a decision win over Melvin Gilliard, and a decision win over Edson Barbosa, but lost the next fight against Beneil Dariush and Nate Diaz, both by decision. Came back with a first round knockout win over the #1 lightweight fighter in the world right now in Dustin Poirier, won the fight in 1 minute and 35 seconds in the first round, absolutely insane. But after the win over Dustin Poirier, he fought arguably the best lightweight fighter of all time in Khabib Nurmagomedov, lost the fight by third round Kimura submission, lost the fight after that to Justin Gaethje by second round knockout, and the fight after that to Darren Elkins by second round rear naked submission, and then came out with 2 decision wins over Andre Fili and Artem Lobov, but lost his next 3 fights to Josh Emmett, Stevie Ray, and Thiago Moises, and let's look at the win here over Clay Guida in this fight. Alright guys, so Clay Guida, 35 wins and 20 losses, guys. I'm not even gonna look at the wins and losses outside in the UFC, because that is literally gonna take like an hour and a half for me to do so. So we started in the UFC in 2006, got a second round submission, lost 2 fights by decision, came back with a decision win, a third round rear naked submission loss to Roger Huerta, came back with a first round knockout and 2 decision wins over Nate Diaz and Matt Dazing, lost 2 fights to Diego Sanchez by decision and Kenny Florian by second round submission, came back with a second round submission win, a third round knockout win over Javier Dos Anjos, a second round guillotine submission win over Takanori Gomi, a decision win over Anthony Pettis, lost 2 fights to Benson Henderson and Gray Maynard, both by decision, came back with a decision win over Hatsuyuki, lost a fight to Chad Mendes by third round knockout, came back with a decision win, a second round rear submission loss to Dennis Bermudez, got a decision win, lost his next 2 fights to Thiago Tavares by first round submission, and Brian Ortega by third round knockout, came back with a decision win over Eric Koch, a first round knockout win over Joe Lozon, lost 1 fight to Charles Oliveira, a top 5 lightweight fighter in the world by first round guillotine choke submission, came back with a decision win over BJ Penn, and then lost his next 2 fights to Jim Miller and Bobby Green by decision and first round guillotine choke submission. And now inside of 2021, he looks to him with a win here over Michael Johnson in this fight. Alright guys, so Michael Johnson and Clay Guida are both on losing streaks right now, with Michael Johnson losing his last 3 fights to Josh Emmett by third round knockout with literally a minute left in the fight. He lost that fight to Stevie Ray by decision, and then Thiago Moises by second round ankle lock submission. Now first off, in the fight with Thiago Moises, he was pretty much dominant in the fight with 27 significant strikes on Moises and defended all 3 of Moises' takedowns. That is very impressive, but as you guys know, in the second round, Moises grabbed for a single leg and just went for an ankle lock and ended up getting it in the second round. Now the fight before that against Stevie Ray, it was actually a very close fight. I believe 29-28 on the scorecards, with Stevie Ray only outlanding Michael by 7 total strikes. The fight before that against a top 8 featherweight fighter in the world in Josh Emmett was also a very even fight. Michael Johnson actually landed more shots than Emmett, but as you guys know, he ended up getting knocked out at the end of the third round. Now Clay Clay Guida, his last 2 fights, he pretty much got dominated by Bobby Green, literally landing 1/4 of the strikes as Bobby Green in the fight, then losing to Jim Miller by submission in 58 seconds into the first round. Now, because Michael Johnson has proven, even in these 3 losses, he can still compete with fighters like Josh Emmett, who's a top 10 featherweight fighter in the world. He can compete with guys like Stevie Ray, who was in the prime of his career when they fought each other, and compete with Thiago Moises. And the fact that Michael Johnson is 34 years old, while Clay Guida is 40 years old, basically. I mean, I see this fight staying on the feet. I think this fight is going to be a really, really good fight with both fighters landing a lot of good shots, but because Michael Johnson has the age advantage, and in my opinion, the striking advantage, and the takedown defense in this fight, I think Michael Johnson goes out there and wins the fight by unanimous decision. Alright guys, so if you agree, or if you disagree with that prediction, I don't really care. Put your predictions in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think is going to happen in this lightweight fight. If you think that Clay Guida is going to go out there and get takedown after takedown after takedown, and get a second round submission in the fight. If you think that Michael Johnson go out there and get a second round TKO in the fight, whatever your prediction is for this lightweight fight, put that in the comments down below. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you guys don't miss when I post a new video. That'll be absolutely insane. But guys, that is the video. I'm out of here.